Hello, my name is Linda Dolke. I'm a demonstrator with Stampin'Up here in Australia, and today we're making this cute little card which is actually on an acetate base. So it's something a little bit different. I think you're really going to like it, so stick around and I'll show you how to do it. So today's card is this cute little acetate card. Cards are usually obviously made with cardstock, but sometimes it's fun to use something different, and as you can see I've had a bit of a play with these today and I really like how they're turning out. They're a bit different, so let me show you how easy it is to do. If you can hear a bit of noise in the background, it is pouring rain outside my window, so I hope it's not too noisy. But here we go. So this is the Perfectly Plaid stamp set and the matching punch. These are a bundle that are going to be in our brand new catalogue, holiday catalogue that starts on the 4th of September, which is very exciting. So I'm showing you a few new products out of this catalogue today, and let's start with the pieces we need for the card. First of all, this stuff is called Mercury Glass Acetate. It is absolutely fantastic. And I have discovered something that you need to know before you use it. When you feel it, very, very faintly, you can feel the design a little bit on one side, but on the other side, it's quite smooth, and it actually feels almost too smooth, and there is actually a reason for that. So I'm just going to grab my scissors here, and the reason that I'm grabbing my scissors is because I need to actually grab the corner, because there is a bit of film, like a sheet of film, that is over the one side of the Mercury glass. It's there to protect it, but as you can see, let me show you nice and close, you can see they've got that lovely big bit of film over there. If you wanted to use the Mercury glass like to punch out or something like that, you'll need to remove that film to make it punchable, but I would only use a very basic shape to cut this. Anything intricate, if you were trying to use a punch, isn't going to work. It'll get bogged down. But a simple shape such as a square or a circle or a banner like a flag, that will work for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this paper in half, this acetate in half. This is a really quick and simple card today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold that where I've just folded it, and I'm going to make sure that I go over it with my bone folder. I'm going to do that a couple of times. The reason being that we want this to be a nice crisp flat fold. So basically that's our card base done. Then I'm going to actually decorate the top, which is going to end up on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some dimensionals on one side. As you can see, this paper is beautiful. This is called Let It Snow, this paper. It's a specialty paper. We've got glittery snowmen on one side, but I'm using the real red side, the other side. And so I'm just going to pop my 4 dimensionals, one on each corner. Oh, can't count. And then I'm going to pop that in the middle. Take the backs off and pop that in the middle of my card. So to make sure that it's straight, what I usually do is I use the lines on my grid paper here, and that helps me work out where it is that I need to put my centerpiece so that it is definitely in the middle. And there it is right there. Then I'm actually going to make the tree. So this is where my punch and my stamp set come in, and I'm going to be using something else that's new. So the Mercury glass is new, and the Let It Snow paper, but also these fabulous Delicata inks. These are metallic inks, and they come in 3 colors: silver, copper and gold. And I'm using this silver to ink up my my Christmas tree, and I'm going to pop my Christmas tree a little bit up from the bottom. And you'll actually get a better result. Really, I should stamp with a mat underneath, with a piercing mat, because that will give me a better image. And you can see that's really rather nice. I did end up with a little bit of extra ink, but that doesn't matter because we're going to punch it out anyway. So let's pop that in the perfectly matching punch. Woohoo! And while I'm here, there's also part of this stamp set a little trunk for my tree. I'm going to add that down the bottom. There we go. All right. Now, to attach this, the Delicata inks are pigment ink, so I wouldn't handle that too much because it's still a little damp. It doesn't dry immediately like our classic inks do. I'm going to put 2 dimensionals down the bottom, and then I'm going to use a mini dimensional, one of the little guys, up the top because he fits in quite nicely up there. I love that we have mini dimensionals to put in spaces that are too small for the big dimensionals. Alright, so I'm trying not to handle this too much. I'm going to position this just here in the middle of my DSP. There we go, that's ready. Now I want to bling it up a little bit because, you know, that's how we roll, right? So I have here some brand new product. This is Shimmery Crystal Effects, and it is like a resin or a glue, but it also has glimmer in it, or shimmer, and you can give it a bit of a squeeze and you'll see the shimmer come out the nozzle, or comes down the, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of glittery tinsel to my tree, just like that. You could leave it just like that because it's actually got a bit of glitter in there, so that's quite pretty, but we're going to make it really, really glittery by actually popping it into here, and I'm going to add a little bit of the ice glitter. It's called Stampin' Glitter Ice. So I'm popping that right there on top of the Shimmery Crystal Effects. I'm going to tap that off. And I don't know if you can see that, how glimmery and pretty that is now. It's amazing. So we've got our Delicata metallic ink, and then we've got our crystal effects and our ice glitter on top. So you really get a lot of bling going on with this card. Let's put those bits away. Okay, that's really cute. The other thing I did to finish this off on the front, this is an optional thing. I love this red curly ribbon. So all I'm doing with it is I'm actually just tying it loosely around the base of the tree. And I would also, I'll grab a glue dot and I will also stick that in under there just to keep it in the right place. So I'm taking a glue dot off the roll with my with the end of my bone folder. Right, so, okay, that will keep that in place, and then I'm going to bring my scissors in and just trim that off where I'd like it to be, and then I'm just going to grab those ends and fray them because they're fun, and because this stuff gives a really lovely furry look to frayed edges. This ribbon frays beautifully, and that's what I want it to do. There we go. It's called Real Red Curly Ribbon. Isn't it cute? Alright, so that's how the front of it looks. Now, to finish off the inside, totally up to you what you want to do. I recommend, if you want to have a saying, or you want to write anything on here, for example, if I wanted to have, there's a little saying here that says, "May this special season be wrapped in love and joy," which is from the same stamp set as your trees. There it is right there. And then when I open this up, this is going to go right on the back of the one on the front, and because you can see through the acetate, we can see exactly where that needs to go. So I'm going to run a bit of snail over the back there, because that will be fine, no one's going to see the back of it, and I'm just going to pop that over those four corners that I can see through the acetate, so it perfectly lines up with the one on the other side. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same again. This one, the last one, I want this one, I'm going to put the snail in the back, and I want this one to line up with this one, so I'm going to put it so the two fronts, the sticky snail is facing towards me, is on this one, and put that down so they're right on top of each other, and then just fold the card over the top. If you can't really see the snail through the acetate, which is fantastic, but if you didn't want to see that on the back, you could put another one on the back if you wanted to, but I actually think that's quite nice, and the card is done. Isn't that cute and easy? And it's a bit of a wow card as well. I really hope you enjoyed that with me today, guys. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoy the new catalogue, which will be coming out next week on the 4th of September. If you don't have a demonstrator and you're in Australia and you'd like to order something, please do contact me, and I'll be very happy to place the order on your behalf, or you can go through my online store. Thanks, guys. Bye.